Okay, so I got those spark plugs out. And like I said before, we're gonna check and see if they got spark. Yeah, as we can see, it have perfect spark. Definitely sparking from both of them. So next thing I'm gonna do, step 2, is taking the reeds off, and we're gonna see how that's looking. Okay, so I took the top end off, and his pistons is actually still perfect. The piston's still perfect, still good, but I found another problem, which is definitely the problem. Now you see his crank rods is still good. The crank rod's still good, both his crank rods, but one thing I noticed is when I try to push the Kickstarter down, the kickstart is rough. It's like it's grinding on something. As you can hear it a little bit, like it's grinding. Those are his crank bearings. His crank bearings is bad, and that could cause the bike not to, start also. So he gonna need some crank bearings, a bottom man rebuild. Okay, I took the clutch cover off, and I found a problem. Now the problem is that this screw, as you can see, was backed all the way out. So this is how I found it. The screw where the bolt was backed out, which was scrubbing on his casing, his oil casing, which was making it seem, like the bearings was gone. But this is our problem right here. This is the problem. So I'm gonna try to tighten this bolt up if it's not already script, because it's kind of on there, kind of tight, got some tension on it. So, but other than that, it's spinning freely, as it should be, spinning nice and freely. So that's what we're gonna start at first, and we're gonna see what happens. All right, so I got the bolt put back on there nice and tight, as we can see. So next step I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the clutch cover back on, then I'm gonna put the cylinders on, and then we're gonna see how smooth it kick. Gonna start from there. Okay, so I got the clutch cover and everything back on, and as you can see with the Kickstarter, it's kicking nice and smooth now. Nice and smooth. As in before, like that screw, it was scrubbing against the clutch cover, which was causing it to feel like the crank bearings was bad, since it was scraping against the cover. So next thing I'm gonna do is put the cylinder head back on, put the reeds and everything back on, put oil and coolant, and we're gonna see what happens.